Good morning, everyone, and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall Stout. There's a lot of talk, of course, about how Oklahoma's drought situation could impact this year's wheat crop. And joining us now is Chad Godsey, our cropping systems specialist, to begin a conversation on the topic of replacement crops. And what are some of the things, Chad, that producers can start thinking about right now?
Well, really now is a perfect time to start thinking ahead if we do have to terminate some of our wheat acres, if we don't get moisture between now and early April. Some of the main things that need to be considered, of course, is herbicide use in the past. That really limits some of our crop rotation possibilities. If your field has had history of SU herbicide use, the plant back restriction on some crops can be up to 22 months in some cases. It can be as short as 4 months, but you just need to think about that, think ahead. Crop insurance, of course, is something. You have to make sure everything is ironed out for crop insurance to make sure that no snags there. And then basically, you know, now really is a good time to start thinking about crop rotation. And unfortunately, the drought maybe has caused some producers to think that way. But with commodity prices being high pretty much across the board, now is really an opportune time to try out or utilize some of those alternative crops that we can grow in Oklahoma.
And what would some of those options be? What kind of things should people start thinking about once they consider some of those other factors you just mentioned?
Well, really, you know, a lot of producers, or the consensus, I think, over the last couple decades, we've seen a shift maybe in certain areas away from those summer crops just because the harsher growing conditions that we often have in late July and early August, the heat and moisture stress. But you know, we really do have a lot of summer crops that are well adapted to Oklahoma. I know I'll probably leave a few out, but cotton, sesame, grain sorghum, soybeans are all excellent full season and also potentially double crops that we could plant on a lot of our dryland acres.
It seems each week the drought is expanding and it goes further and further since we've seen the moisture that we need. As we look to some of those summer crops, even if the wheat crop is harvested and people are starting their rotations, what are some of the things that they can think about planting considering those low soil moisture levels?
Okay. Really, you know, as far as double crop potential, you know, there's a handful, grain sorghum, soybeans, depending on where you're at in the state, may work better. Sesame is one that's well adapted to drier conditions and can withstand the summer heat a little better than some of our other crops. But really, it kind of depends on what time of year you get your wheat harvested. And really, the critical thing that we need is moisture, you know, within a couple weeks after wheat harvest to get that double crop established quickly. So it's really that moisture following harvest that's probably more critical than any moisture that's stored deeper in the profile.
And you've done some research on double crops and moisture levels?
Yeah, we have. It's been an ongoing study. We actually have a location near Stillwater and also at Lahoma, near Lahoma. And really the thing that we've noticed with some of our double crops, we've evaluated sunflower, soybean, and grain sorghum. Really, in a double crop situation, we haven't seen much difference in water use between any of those crops. And when you compare double crops to a full season, say a full season grain sorghum versus a double crop grain sorghum crop, you're using a lot less moisture just because of that shorter growing season when we're planting late. So the most interesting thing we probably have seen out of that study is that basically we're utilizing the moisture that we would normally lose if we were in a continuous wheat system. So we're utilizing that moisture to produce biomass in a second crop. So it just goes to show you how much moisture we can lose during the summer months in a continuous wheat system when we don't have anything on the soil surface.
Okay, and keep us posted in the weeks and months ahead, and we'll visit this topic again if we need to.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Chad Godsey, thank you.